Okay, all of the sections. And as you can see here, I have acquired this app, okay, and we're gonna solve some of this exercise. This is the open close. No, first of all, let me, yes. Now we need first the multiple choice, this one. Yes, in which we have to choose what is the right option, okay, between for A, B, C, or D, okay. But first, we're gonna read. I would like you to help me reading this, please, until the first one.
Okay, teacher.
Yeah,
Hospital, hospitality, looking after visitors, is a universal, but in different cultures, hosts are expected to receive guests the ancient.
in different ways. Continue, please. In much of an ancient,
Uh, it was the custom to provide
yeah, but the
passing.
first one, we have to think of the first one. We have there. Number zero has been done, okay? Expected to receive guests in different ways. In much of the ancient, and the options are world, earth, planet, or globe. What do you think is the correct one?
Ancient world.
Let me, yes, ancient world. Yes, it was the custom to provide passing travelers with food and water and look after them well. Indeed, in some regions, if visitors were in the middle of a long journey, servants would wash their feet. Today, some old customs have, and the options are preserved, have supported, have existed, or have survived. What do you think is the correct one?
Survive or
Have
pres-
survived,
pres-
or what? Preserved.
yeah, preserve.
Yes.
Mm, preserve.
Okay. The next one, please. Number three. In a traditional Japanese household, if a guest admires a particular object in the house, the house will, and the options are, will
Okay.
consider to give, will provide to give, will fancy to give, or will want to give it to the guest straight away.
Want will. Mm, things determine the particular object.
What do you think is this one? The host will consider to give.
Because
I think it could be considered, right?
yep, the definitely.
Will consider to give it to the guest straight away. The next one, and it is still typical in parts of Russia to greet guests with bread and salt on a special cloth. The guest is required to kiss them, is needed to kiss them, is demanded to kiss them, or desired to kiss them. This is really easy. So the answer here is
Mm, guess it.
it's required, right? The guest is
Yep.
required to kiss them. Perfect. Required.
Good evening, teacher.
Good evening, my dear Sarah. How are you doing? We're practicing right now the multiple choice from the reading and use of English part, okay? We're solving this
Okay,
exercise. And you to tell me
what
what do
is
you
the
think
key?
is the correct answer. Okay? Yeah.
These exercises are out of the book
Yes,
or in the book.
it is an application that I acquired last week.
Oh,
Yes, it contains a full extended exercise of the whole
okay. Thank
use of
you.
English part 1, part 2, part 3, and part 4. So we have to practice a lot. Yeah, because the course is coming to an end and we have to make the most of the time. Yeah. So number 5. If you don't remember, this exercise is called the multiple choice, and you have to choose what is the correct answer, A, B, or C. In this case, the answers are displayed in this chart. So number 5, please. Sometimes the guest breaks in, breaks down, breaks out, or breaks off. What do you think is the correct answer here? Number 5. It says sometimes the guest breaks a small piece of bread.
Breakout. Breakout.
Break out, right? Yes, breaks out.
That's it.
Number 6. Let's continue with the answer. A small piece of bread. Dips it in the salt and eats it. In some countries, when, number 6, when foreign guests, when alien, no, I guess that is not alien, when unfamiliar guests, or when strange guests. What do you think is the answer here? Alien,
When
right? Of course not alien. Foreign, maybe it could be, or maybe strange.
unfamiliar, possible?
Unfamiliar as well.
It's possible.
Yes. Let's put unfamiliar. Okay? At the end, I'm gonna show you the right answers. Okay, unfamiliar guests arrive from abroad. They may feel they have been given a particularly wide meal, heavy meal, dense meal, or a strong meal. What do you think is here?
Heavy meal. It's possible.
Heavy meal? I think it sounds a little weird. Maybe dense meal, it could be. Let's put it heavy, okay? Number
Heavy.
8. But this is probably because the host politely keeps on offering more food and drink, and the guest is too embarrassed to keep anything down, to take anything down, to slow anything down, or to turn anything down. What do you think is the phrasal verb here? Maybe slow anything down,
To slow down is possible.
right? Yes. So let's check what are the answers. Yeah, only 3 are we right, okay? Are them like this. Number 1, it was world, the ancient world, perfect. Number 2 was have survived. It was the answer. Number 3 was
Mm,
want. Will want to give it. Yes, because it says if a guest admires a particular object in the house. Number 4 was required. Yes, it was obviously that. Number, let me see where we are. Yes, number 5, it was break off, right? Break off, a small piece of bread.
mm.
Yes. And number 6, foreign. Yes. I was thinking that it was the answer. Yes, foreign guests. And the last one, number 7, was heavy meal. Perfect. And number 8, turn anything down. That is the answer. Turn anything down. So I'm gonna get back to this. We're gonna practice another one, okay? It's exactly the same. The multiple choice. So it says, according to popular USA tradition, the groundhog, a small furry animal, comes out of its winter sleep on February 2. If the sky is clear, he sees his shadow. And this means there are going to be 6 more weeks of ill weather, of rude weather, of own weather, or severe weather. Number one,
Severe.
severe, right? Great. Number two, and he returns to his hole. If the day is cloudy and can't see his shadow, it means there will be an early spring, a head spring, advanced spring, or a mature spring. What do you think is the right answer here?
Mm.
And he stays above ground. It means
An
there will
early,
be,
an early spring.
yes, it could be right, and early. Why? Yes, perfect. Number three. Each year reporters, and the options are combine, group, gather, or crowd. What do you think is here? Number three. In Punxsutawney. Each year reporters combine, group, or gather in. What is in this from these 4 words one that means or that is similar in terms of meaning to meet with people? To meet people. It could be gather
For example, crowd. Crowd, it's possible or relative to say people.
or gather. What about gather? Let's put it the one that you said, okay? Crowd. Number four. Pennsylvania at down in large quantity of cameras are focused on the borough, number of cameras, sum of cameras, or total of cameras. It could be a large
Large
number of cameras,
no,
right?
number.
Yes, a large number of cameras. Number five. Let me see where we are. In 1993, the Hollywood movie Groundhog Day became fell into a major celebrity. God came, turned fell into, or took fell into. I'm keen on thinking that the answer is turned fell into. What do you think?
Yep, it could be turn.
Yes, right? Because it collocates
Turn.
with into.
Turn.
Yes. So, major celebrity, and the following February, over 40,000 people looked over in Punxsutawney, came on, turned up, or called off. What do you think is here? Looked over, came on, turned up, or called off. I think it could be came on or turned up. What do you think? It's turned up or came on? I think it's turned up, right? Or what do you think, my dear students? 40,000 people turned up in Punxsutawney. Maybe an idea?
Number two, number six, teacher. No,
Yes,
seven.
number six. Number six. We were in number six. Turned up. We have called off. I guess that it can be because called off it means something different. Looked over. No, it could be turned up or came on.
Mhm.
But I'm idea that is turned up.
Yes.
Yes, number seven. This time number seven. Unfortunately, despite a large crowds were hoping for a prediction of good weather, despite otherwise, although or still. What conductor do you think it's here? Because all of these are linking words. Despite or although. Or otherwise, maybe. Or still.
It could be a steal.
Still, right?
It,
I was thinking the
no,
same. No?
it's possible.
Sorry?
It could be still.
Still, right? Yes. I was thinking the same. And the last one. Phil saw his shadow and returned to his hole. So everyone knew that the winter was going to hold for a few more weeks, was going to rest, was going to exist, or was going to last. This is very obvious. I think it's last, right?
Last.
Great. So
Last.
let's check the answers. Great. Mhm. Only two answers were wrong.
Hmm.
Yes, I told you it was gather. Gather it was. Gather in although. Yes. And the other ones are correct. Severe, early number, turned fill into, turned up. Although, gather, and last. Perfect. Great. Let's try with another one. Let's go with this one. Okay. It says the use of computers has meant students can study language programs at their own speed, when and for how long they want. What's more, in the virtual classrooms of the future, the student will place on their headset, will set on, will put on, or will get on their headset. What do you think is the correct phrasal verb here?
Set on, teacher, if possible.
We are talking about a headset. It is an accessory, so it means that we need to use put on. You put on your headset, okay? That is the answer. Number two, in be transported into an imaginary school. Choose their class, take the books and they need off the shelf, and do conversations, hold conversations, catch conversations, or take conversations with other computerized students. Very easy.
Cold.
Hold, perfect.
Oh,
Hold conversations, great. We continue. They might, number three, they might, although, yes, it's number four, yes, number three. They might choose, sorry, they might choose to pay. They might although to pay, they might instead, they might contrary, or they might preferably. just to pay a visit to the supermarket or the train station? I think it's preferably, right? They might preferably choose to pay a visit. Or do you think it could be although? Please let me know, what do you think is the answer here? Although, instead, contrary, or preferably?
Fairly, teacher.
Yes, right? I was thinking the same. But I am not that sure at all. But let's check it in. Number 4. Yes. The bank or the restaurant at the push, at the heat of a button, at the force of a button, or at the press of a button. It is a little bit tricky. What do you think? At the press of a button, at the heat of a button, at the force? I think it cannot be at the force. At the press of a button. They could be transported to
Press off is possible.
at the press, right? At the press of a button. They could be transported to like realistic settings, to alike realistic settings, such realistic settings, or so realistic settings where they could practice their English. Number 5. I think we have to discard alike because I don't think so. It could be. Maybe such realistic settings, I'm not sure. Maybe like, or so realistic settings where they could practice their English, maybe getting help from a virtual English companion. So tell me, what do you think?
That could be so, teacher.
So, right? Perfect. Yes. All this perhaps at the computer from the comfort of their home, no duty, no role, no obligation, or no need to catch the bus to college, or a plane to England. Exciting? So, what do you think is number 6?
Need.
Neat.
No,
No need. Great. Number 7. But would it ever replace the classroom? Would ever restore the classroom, succeed the classroom, or recover the classroom? I think it could be replaced, right?
replace.
Replace. Great. And the last one, number 8. It says a little more about others will always lead language learners to make at least a little of their time, to spend at least a little of their time, to have at least a little of their time, or to do at least a little of their time with real people.
Spend.
Spend, right? Or make.
Spend.
Make most of the time. I think it's make.
Could be.
Make at least a little of their time with real people. Let's put a make, okay? Let's put a make and let's check. No, yes, it was spent. Okay, you were right. So number one was put on their set, hold conversations instead. Might instead. Yes.
Spend.
Spend such realistic settings. There no need. Perfect. And replace. Spend at least a little of their time. Great. And it was push of a button. It was not press of a button. Yes. Let's continue with this one and then we change from another section, okay? Number one. Our national newspaper has recently published an article stating that people should have more leisure time. Working weeks seems, I don't know what is this here. Seems too long for some employees, while others insist, and the collocation is insist for, insist in, insist on, or insist days. Days, it's not the answer.
Insist in.
Insist on, please, don't forget.
On.
Insist on. Depend on, insist on, and consist of. Don't forget, those are the most common. Insist on. We have longer holiday periods. However, many company directors will to accept, refused to accept, wants to accept, or accept to accept these ideas. Will to accept? Of course it is not. Maybe refused?
Refused.
Refused, right?
Okay.
Perfect.
Yep.
These ideas. Most directors stated that if people have more free time, spend more free time, had more free time, or has more free time. This is number 3, right? Yes. This is a conditional. If people have, don't forget, if people had more free time. That is the answer. It was kind of tricky because we have and had. Yeah, they would spend it in front of the TV set, but of doing something more useful instead of doing more useful and of doing no, it is not, and for of doing no, of course not. Instead of, right? Instead of doing. Perfect. Number 5. In working, few time, more time. Number 5. Less time go drastically or fewer time. We're in number 5. What do you think is the answer here?
And the number 5?
Yes. It says instead of doing something more useful, in working less time, few time, more time, or fewer time. Would drastically, I think it could be less time.
Less time
Yes,
is
right?
possible.
Less time. And working less time would drastically reduce the productivity, retire the productivity, less the productivity, or down the productivity.
Reduce the
Perfect.
activity.
Mhm. Great.
Companies.
A possible alternative could be to work, number 7, to work from home, to work at home, to work in home, or to work on home one day in the week through the internet. I think it could be from, right? To work from home. Yes.
From
From home one day in the week. Mhm. Let's keep going. This would certainly help workers to avoid waiting for trains and buses, or having to sit in traffic cars, in traffic jams, in traffic lines, or in traffic queues at least once a week. So, what do you think
Mm,
here? Traffic? Maybe traffic jams, it could be?
Jams is possible.
Yes, right? Let's proof. Great. 10 out of 10. 8 out of
I
8.
think
Sorry.
this
Yes.
this app it could be the answers too.
Sorry?
In this app, we can have to check the answers. Yes.
Yes. You have the answers there. They are marked highlighted in green. Can you see?
Yes, of course.
Number 1 is insist on. Perfect. Number 2 was refuse to accept. Number 3 was had more free time. If people had more free time. Number 4 was instead of doing. Number 5, less time would drastically reduce the productivity. Number 7 was to work from home one day. And traffic
Almost
jams, the last one. Traffic jams, perfect. We got a
jams.
perfect score this time. Great. Okay, let's go over the next part, that is the open close. In this part, you have to think of only one word that best fits every single gap. Okay, only one word, remember. Only one.
Teacher, you say that we can have to use this preposition insist of, depend on,
Insist.
and refuse
No, the
with
preposition was always is insist on. Insist on.
insist on, depend on, and refuse with what kind of
Refuse.
preposition?
Refuse to. Refuse to doing.
Refuse to,
Refuse to do something. Yes. Refuse to. And the other one is depends on. Depend on. And
depend on,
other, yes. And the other one is consist of. That is of.
cons,
Consist of.
cons, of.
Yes. Those are the most common.
Okay.
So don't forget, please. So, please, you have to tell me only one word, okay? Let's go with this. Valentino Rossi, born on February 16th, in 1879, in Italy, is Italian professional motorcycle road racer. So we're talking about a job, a profession. So what word do we need here?
And
An, perfect. An Italian professional motorcycle road racer and multiple MotoGP world champion. Rossi is of the greatest motorcycle racers of all time. One of, right? One of. One of the
Yeah.
greatest. One of the greatest. Perfect. Of all time. With 9 Grand Prix World Championships to his name, seven of seven of what are in the Premier class. We need here, I'm gonna give you a clue. We need here a close, a relative close. Who, whose, which, what, when, what do you think is here? We are talking about the World Championships. And it says that
Seven
of which, right?
the premier
Siete de los
class.
cuales, nos dice aquí, 7 de los cuales are in the Premier class. Okay, 7 of which. Rossi is also the only road racer to, and the clue here is the verb, competed. It says that it is the only one racer to, how could you say en haber
be
competido? How would you
would
say that? Would to
Have have
have competed.
computed.
Perfect. To have competed in 400 or more Grand Prix. He has ridden with a number 46 his entire career, including the years he was defending his title. The years. What is the relative clause that best fits here? If we are talking about a period of time, including the years, what is the correct relative clause here?
Since he was defending
Or when? It
or
could be since as
when
well. Since or well, but what do you think? If I would to choose one, I would choose when. The
when
years when he was defending his title, right? He also owns the Sky Racing team, number VR46, which participates in the Moto2 and Moto3 classes. Considered to be the best rider ever, Rose's record is brilliant. He's still
the
rider in history to
what?
win. Sorry? He is still the rider in history to win world championships.
Rider
It says that he is still the only rider, right? It could be the
right.
only rider in history to win world championships in this. I don't know if these are years or I don't know. That is, he was prolific, in his first 9 seasons, MotoGP level between these years, 2002 and 2010, winning 6 championships, including 4 in a row. Number 7. He was prolific in his first 9 seasons.
It could be.
Sorry, what word?
It's possible.
At.
Okay.
It's at MotoGP level. Yes. Number 8, the last one, including 4 in a row. And we have 2 years, 2 periods. It's a period of time. 2002 and 2005. Between, right?
Between.
So let me check the answers. Yes, great. 8 out of 8. A perfect score. It was an Italian, one of the greatest, which are in the Premier class, to have competed when he was defending, including the years. He's still the only rider in history at MotoGP, perfect. Specific place at, and between. Great. We've got a perfect score. Let's practice with another one. It is related to Albert Einstein. So let's go ahead.
Themes.
Sorry?
This app could have many themes.
Yes.
With different
For example,
topics,
as you can see here, we have only regarding open close, we have, let me see, 75 tests.
Okay.
Yes. But you have to pay for this app. This is on Play Store.
On Play Store, and
Yes.
what is the name? What's the name of this app?
The name of this app is Use of English Pro. Use of English Pro.
Oh.
And you have to pay $30. $30 for the premium characteristics.
And levels, is that for levels?
Yes, you have B1, B2, C1, and C2.
Wow.
Yes, you can practice the reading part, this grammar part, the use of English part, and as well the listening part.
Completely.
Yes. I'm gonna send you the link of the app in case you want to purchase, okay?
Okay. That's
Yes.
a good idea.
Yes.
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna I'm gonna send you at the end of the lesson, okay? But
Okay.
we're going to go ahead with this one, okay? Albert Einstein is one of the best known scientists of the 20th century, yet he was not particularly good student. Number one, yet he was not. I think it's one more time, a particularly, right?
A
Ah,
particular.
particular.
Yes. At a school, we continue. At a school in Munich, Einstein got fairly good grades in nearly subjects and was excellent in mathematics and physics. Number two, I think it could be all subjects, right? All subjects.
In early or subjects.
In nearly, en casi todas las
En
materias.
casi todo.
Yes, right? In nearly all subjects. Perfect. However, number three, however, he disliked doing, he was told. He didn't like doing, I think it's what he was told or not. What do you think? I think it could be what, right? However, he disliked doing what he was told, right? Great. Number four, he didn't like exams and did he like attending classes? He didn't like exams. How do you say ni in English?
Ni.
Nor, right? Nor.
No.
So it means that he didn't like exams and nor did he like attending classes, right? It could be. Number five. The classes, so he left the school early. Failing the entrance exam, and here we need, I guess, a linking word. Maybe. Failing the entrance exam, Einstein was eventually admitted to. Maybe it could be by failing or when failing.
By failing.
By failing, it could be right, or when as well, it can be. It can collocate perfectly here. But let's check it out. By failing the entrance exam, Einstein was eventually admitted to Swiss Federal Institute of Technology in 1896. Maybe it could be to the Swiss Federal Institute. The What do you think, number six? Or do you have any other idea? Einstein was eventually admitted to, I think it could be the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology. Do you agree with me?
Yes, teacher, it could be.
All right, perfect. Number seven. Although he did well, he was to get a job at university after graduation, mainly because he was thought to be very lazy. Instead, he worked in secondary school. He taught maths and physics, both of which he was good. So, number seven, he worked in a secondary school. He taught maths and physics. So what do you think is in number seven? If we are talking about a secondary school, what is the relative clause that we need here? Where, right? Where
Where?
he taught maths and physics,
Well,
both of which he was really good at. Okay, he was good at them. And this is how the story ends. So let's check. Let me see. Great, almost there. Only it was despite of after it was yes. Despite failing. Or after failing the entrance exam. Perfect, that was it. Yes. So number one was a particularly good student. Number two was all subjects. Number four was nor. Number three was what he was told. The Swiss Federal Institute. Number seven was where. And number eight at. Only number five was despite or after. Okay. But there you are the answers. Okay. There you are. A particularly good student. Number two, number three, and so on. Yes. As we don't have so much time, we are going to practice the word formation part. Let me open this one, okay? In this part, as you know, you have to use the word given in capitals to form a new word that best fits every single gap, okay? As you can see here, number 0 has been done. Nature, natural, okay? Number 1, we have populate. Such farming methods, however, were not able to supply the rapidly growing, and we have populate. What do you think is the new word here?
population, growth,
Population. Yes, population of the world and the
work,
increasing demands on food, and we have consume
consumers,
or consumption.
consumption,
Yes, right. Of demands on food consumption. Of consumers, it could be as well, right? Let's do it with
on
consumers.
food demand,
Yes.
on food
Number,
consumers,
yeah, I'm gonna write it consumers. In order to cope with this rising demand, factory farming methods were introduced along with the, and we have development, right?
the development,
Of genetically engineered, and we
and
have grow. I think it could be growing hormones, right?
growth,
Growing,
growth hormones.
growing hormones, which resulted in, this is another collocation, resulted in a massive increase in food production. However, these developments in the use of factory farming and drug, and we have treat. I think it could be treatment.
And drug treatment.
Yes, right.
Yes,
Have led to a widespread feeling that animals are being caused a lot of distress, that the quality of food itself suffers as a consequence. Certainly, many people, and we have agreed with the idea of
agree.
keeping animals. Maybe it could be disagree, right?
Many people disagree.
Disagree with the idea of keeping animals in one building for their entire, and we have existence.
Tense.
Existence, and argue that more emphasis should be given to, and we have alternate, maybe alternatives, or alternative farming methods, right? Let's check the answers. Yes, I told you number 2 was consumption. Perfect. Number 1 is population. Number 2, consumption. Number 4, yes, it was growth. The noun, growth.
Generic word, growth.
The noun, yes. Number 4, where is number 4? Number 5, treatment. Perfect. Number 6, disagree. Number 7, existence. Yes, it was a spelling mistake there. Existence. And alternative. Perfect. Yes. So don't forget. Let's try with another one. but with the keyword transformation part, okay? This one, you know that we have to use only between 2 and 5 words, okay? It says, Laura, number one. Laura is not a lot older, is a lot older than Frederick. So we have the keyword as. So Frederick is what? It says Laura is a lot older than Frederick. So Frederick is as not, right? It's not as old. Sorry, in this case it's not as old as Laura, right? That is the answer. Is not as old as Laura. Perfect. Number two, the next one with a part. The only person Philip didn't like was his boss. So Philip liked everyone, and we have a part. What do you think is the correct answer here? We need here only two words. Apart from.
Apart
Yes.
from.
Apart from his boss. Perfect. The next one, widely. This is a little bit difficult. Fewer people read Brian's books these days. So Brian's books are what? It says that fewer people read. Not so many people read Brian's books. So Brian's books are what?
Are
Not widely read these days. Are not widely read these days. Great.
This is passive voice. Voice, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
The passive voice. Great. Number
Passive are not widely.
swimmer. Samantha doesn't swim nearly as well as Tom. So Tom is what? It says that Samantha doesn't swim nearly as well as Tom. So it means that Tom is better than her, right? So Tom is better what? Is better swimmer
Is better swimmer than Samantha.
Yes, it's better swimmer than Samantha. That's it. The next one. With been. Have you been to Paris recently, Jane? Asked Tony. So Tony asked Jane if what? If she had been to Paris recently. That is the answer. The reported speech. Have you been to Paris recently, Jane? So Tony asked Jane if she had been to Paris recently. Perfect. And the last one. Rock music isn't nearly as popular as it was 10 years ago. So rock music is what? And we have less. Please try with this one.
Is less popular.
Great. Yes. It's
Less
less
popular
than it was 10 years ago. Let's check.
Interesting.
Great. So, number one, Frederick is not as old as Laura, or is not nearly as old as Laura. Any of those options are correct, as you can see in the screen. The next one was apart from his boss. Number, the next one with widely was are not as widely read these days. We have to emphasize with as, with the preposition as, okay? So the books, Brian's books, are not as widely read these days. The next one with swimmer. Tom is a much better swimmer than. Why we have to use much better? Because we have nearly. That is the clue. So we have to emphasize with a much better swimmer than. If we didn't have nearly, it could be better swimmer than. But as we have nearly, we have to put a much better swimmer than. And the last one is Tony asked Jane if she had been perfect or whether she had been, which is the same. The last one is less popular than or is much less popular than, which are the same. Yes, let's go with the last one, and with this we finish this lesson, okay? This one with hardly. The theater was practically empty. What do you think is here? There was it says that the theater was practically empty. So the theater was what? What do you think, my dear Jonathan? Please let me know.
I don't know, teacher. There was nobody.
But we have to use
Early.
early. Maybe anyone at the theater? It could be right. There was hardly anyone at the theater. It could be. The next one, always. My sister never asked when he borrows my things. So my sister is always doing what? Is always borrowing, right?
Borrowing, asking.
Borrowing my things without asking. Many words?
Without
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exactly 5 words. So my sister is always borrowing my things without asking. The next one. Traffic today doesn't or does not move much faster than 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, traffic moved a little what?
a little.
A little faster, it could be, right? Than today.
Yes, a little faster than today.
The next one with number. Not many staff attended the meeting, so only if it could be a little number or a few number maybe. A little number of the staff maybe. Yes, right. What do you think? It could be a little number or a few number.
A little number.
A little number, okay? The next one, this is very easy. He wasted no time looking for a new car. So he looked for a new car as soon as, right? Do you remember? As soon as he possibly could. And the last one, Peter moved here 10 years ago. We are talking about moving to another country, right? So Peter, and we have living. It means that Peter has been living here. Has been living here for how much time? 10 years. So Peter has been living here for 10 years, okay? Let's check. With this, we are done. No, we have some answers that are not correct. Yes, the first one is correct. There was hardly anyone at the theater, okay? The next one was perfect. Okay, my sister is always borrowing me things without asking. And yes, 10 years ago traffic moved a little more slowly. Yes, because we were talking that it doesn't move much faster. Yes, the contrary. Yes. The next one. It was a small number of. A small number of. Mhm. A small number of stuff. As soon as he possibly could. And this one has been living here. Ah, yeah. It was only a mistake. It was missing the letter E. But we were right. He has been living here for 10 years. Okay? And with this, we are done. As I promised, I'm gonna send you the link, okay? Right now. I'm gonna look
Yes,
for
of
the
course.
link and I'm gonna send you. But I want that you do as a homework so you can practice from the workbook from pages number 44 to 40.
44. What else?
44 to 47, please. Yes,
247.
47 from the workbook, okay? So you can practice. This is vocabulary and grammar that we have learned in the previous lessons, okay? So don't forget to do your
Okay.
homework. And please, I need you to turn on your cameras just for a while, my dear students.
Okay, teacher, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm gonna take this. And yeah. Yes. So thank you so much, my dear students. You are free. You can leave. Bye bye. Have a good night.
Bye bye, teacher. Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Don't
teacher.
forget to
Bye-bye.
practice.